everybody, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Laker TV. With me today, I have the girls.
Hi, I'm Annie Murphy.
Hi, I'm Gabrielle Harold.
I'm Jill Merzinski.
And this is Laker TV. Okay, we have some very interesting topics today.
So,
To start off, we're going to be talking about Kevin Hart. He was announced to be the host of this year's OSCARs. What do you guys think about that? Do you guys think it's a good host, or do you guys want somebody else to host it?
I think he would be a bad host. Just because I don't think he's that funny. And also, he has that whole controversy going on right now about his old tweets. His apology video was not very sincere. I just think I don't know. I don't think he would do a good job.
I actually do agree with her. I do agree with you. I don't think he's that funny, to be honest. I'm sorry. I don't think he's that funny. And I just think the whole show would be corny. I feel like the whole show
Like
would be
all
corny
award
joke.
shows are. They're garbage
True.
and they shouldn't exist anymore. I hate award shows. I think they're pointless and just unnecessarily. I think that they're advertised too heavily. And regardless of who's hosting it, like Kevin Hart, I don't have that big of a beef with him. That's just because I don't know him that well. Like, didn't Conan host one of them at one point? And I thought what he had done was super funny.
I didn't know. He did the AMAs,
Yeah.
right? That I
Yeah.
felt like that one was very corny. Like
Yeah,
everybody was like
that was
complaining
not
about
good.
that one. That was very, very corny. I don't know. And I just don't think, like, it's nothing against him. I just don't know him that well, as you said, like over social media. I don't follow him, but I just don't think he's that funny with the
Like-
stuff I've seen so far.
Every time that I see one of his jokes, it's definitely not tailored to me, because I think especially recently there have been very like family oriented jokes like my kids or like my wife, and I have neither of those things. So it's really just not my genre, I guess I should say. So
It would probably lack a lot of seriousness. Like, it'd probably be one big joke when they really shouldn't be, I guess.
Yeah. And I feel like award shows are usually like better when there's two people hosting it.
Yeah.
Because like you could get tired, like by the end you're like, all right, Kevin, shut up. Like, you know, like it's like so much, especially with him. Like, it's 3 hours of nonstop jokes. It's like at the end, even the people who do find him funny are gonna be like,
you'd be sick of them.
yeah. So who do you think should host them though? That's my question.
I will always go for Conan O'Brien or rest in peace Robin Williams, even though I don't think he's ever done it. But if he was alive today, I'd be like, Robin Williams is hosting an award show. I'll watch that award show.
Yeah, I feel
like
the same way. What about you guys?
Whenever Ellen DeGeneres hosts, I always get very happy.
Yeah,
I mean, she's like the right kind of like funny and then seriousness and then positive. Yeah, I think she'd be good.
Yeah,
all the time.
I was gonna say
I
Ellen as well
definitely agree with
too.
that one.
That makes me regret my answer. 'Cause that was amazing.
No, but it is true. I think Pitbull did it one year. Not Pitbull. Yeah, Pitbull did the AMAs. I keep thinking about the AMAs. I just don't watch award shows. Like, I just keep thinking of people that.
Whoever did it last year, they did really well, didn't they?
Yeah, the one.
But you can't remember who they are.
Because award shows are so played out already.
I only remember Ellen because they did that really cool commercial with her for the
Ellen's
whole
like
thing.
the only one I remember because that's the one I got excited about. Even though I didn't watch it, I still remember that Ellen did one, you know?
Yeah.
Award shows are dumb.
Yeah. I feel like I haven't watched, and I was a huge fan of award shows when I was little because I always wanted to be in them. And now I'm just like, just sit there. Like, I literally just go on YouTube afterwards.
I
and
just
just
don't have
watch.
time to watch them.
Yeah.
Or just like
So
check
sit there
on
for
Twitter
3
once in a
years.
while.
3 years, three hours.
Yeah.
You just go on social media and see what's going
Yeah,
on, and that's
exactly.
it. Like, you just watch your favorite artist, actress, or whatever get the award on YouTube afterwards.
That's another. I've talked about this before, but that's another big thing of award shows that I don't like is that it makes you sit through a bunch of stuff. Yeah, it opens you up to a bunch of stuff that you don't know, but it makes you sit through a bunch of stuff you don't care about.
Yeah.
And if someone who you do like happens to be nominated for something and they don't win, you just watch 3 hours to watch your favorite person lose.
Oh yeah, that's why you just watch it on YouTube afterwards.
Yeah.
That's it.
I also
That's
noticed
it.
a lot of stuff on the award shows. I've never heard of what they're talking about
Yeah.
to begin with. Like, a lot of it. I was
Like
like,
the-
where'd you come from?
It's
Sorry.
either last year.
It's true. It's true.
Last year, the year beforehand, they talked about like 3 billboards outside of like Ebbing, Missouri, or whatever it's called. It's a movie. I hadn't heard of it, and then all of a sudden they're just like saying this very long name again and again and again. I'm like, all right, you can shorten it down to something. That'd be cool, you know. I have the movie on my Amazon. I've just never watched it.
Didn't they announce the wrong winner in 2015?
Yeah,
right after they announced the wrong winner at Miss Universe. Like,
yeah. Oh yeah.
it was like the same year. Everybody was making like incorrect announcements.
Well, with that one, that old guy just like, I don't even think he looked at the paper. He just was like, what was the
La La Land?
Yeah, La La Land, and it wasn't La La Land.
Who did they announce?
Moonlight.
They announced, and it was La La Land, right?
No. They announced La La Land, and it was Moonlight.
Oh, okay. They announced That's. I'll be so.
Because La La Land had like won a bunch of stuff that year.
Yeah.
I'll be so heartbroken if that happens. Like, but like, I mean, the Miss
But they won
Universe
enough.
one.
Yeah.
The Miss Universe one was worse though.
Yeah, because she was already crowned.
It was just her.
She was already crowned.
She can't even be like,
she had her sash.
We didn't win it. No, she's like, damn it, I was just Miss Universe.
The
for
worst
4
part,
years.
again, she
For
was
4
crowned.
minutes. I keep saying years.
She was crowned, and she had her sash and a little bouquet, and then Steve Harvey's like, whoops, sorry guys. It was like Miss Columbia.
Yeah, it was Miss Columbia, Miss Philippines, and then after that, they've made so many jokes after the years. It's been 3 years. Then Miss Universe pageant
Has
is
that
literally.
been 3 years?
Yeah, it's been 3 years, and next week is the 2018 version. And they're still making jokes about it. And it's like every year, like I remember the year after that happened, Philippines from last year was supposed to obviously give her crown to the winner. And when Harvey was going to announce the winner, she was like, here's a pair of glasses. Like in front of everybody, just like make a joke. But then they keep making the same joke over and over.
Because nothing
again.
happens.
And even just
Actually.
at Miss USA, they keep making jokes about it too, because District of Columbia, they're still making jokes about it. I'm just like,
Someone who I went to high school with was Miss Pennsylvania in Miss America contest.
oh really?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Kayla Rapaski.
I don't watch the Miss America. I watch the Miss USA and the Miss Universe.
I don't watch any of it, to be honest.
It's next week.
The only reason I watched it was because of Kayla, because she was super nice.
They're in Thailand right now. It's gonna be hosted in Thailand, which is pretty cool.
Pretty cool.
All right, so moving on. Would you guys mind if your partner had a tattoo of their ex on them?
Like just starting dating, or like it's been a while and you're like, yeah, you really do just have your ex's name tattooed on you.
I don't know. I mean, like,
I've both ways.
Yeah,
like
both
both ways.
Like if it's like brand new, it's like alright, fine, but you're gonna have to get it removed if we keep going.
I kind of feel like
But
there
if-
are like exceptions too.
I feel like I
Like-
won.
What if like the person's ex was like, I don't know, they like died, and they had like a little.
That's a ghost I don't want on
I
my
don't
back.
know.
That's a really specific expectation.
That would creep me out a little bit.
What do you think? What if like your boyfriend had his ex's name tattooed? Like, would you feel a type of way?
I wouldn't like it.
You wouldn't like it.
I
yeah.
would honestly I would hate it. It'd
And
be a problem. It'd be a major problem.
And what if it's like in a noticeable place, like on their neck or something? Like it's like right there. It's
You
like,
gotta get that removed.
yeah, I feel like
If it's on their neck.
With your question, it's like if it's the beginning, it's like fine, but you should both know that it's gonna get removed soon.
Yeah.
But if it's a long time and it's still not removed, there's a problem.
Yeah, it's just
And,
weird.
yeah, and not even just removed, like you can cover
Tattoo
it
removal's expensive though.
up. Cover it up.
Some people like
Yeah.
transform it into something else.
Yeah, you cover
Yeah.
it up. I've gotten a tattoo covered up.
Really?
And it's this one. There's one under this one. It's not like super expensive, but it's definitely more expensive than getting one. But it's not like
There's a lot more work
extremely
into
more
it too.
expensive.
Like
Yeah.
you have to
Oh,
like
yeah,
design
I was
something
there.
specifically for
I was
it.
there like the tattoo that was under here took like 20 minutes to do, and the one on top of it took 9 hours. Because he had to like you had to do specific spots to make it match.
I can sit through that.
Oh my god, when he was doing the last part, I was over it.
Well, was he
so
doing like
over it.
multiple layers in one spot?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
Because that gets the more if you get a
Yes,
like
that's what you're
a
supposed to do.
How'd
because
that
it's like
feel
scarring
for you?
up.
Huh?
How'd that feel for
I
you?
love the pain of tattoos.
So you're like one of those people where you get one and they say you get addicted to like.
Oh yeah.
The-
No, that's
after
for
I
like
got my-
everyone.
Yeah,
If you get a tattoo, you'll want
my
one.
my first tattoo was the one that was under this one, and after that I'm like I want to keep going. Like I love the feeling of tattoos. I just love it.
I want sleeves, like
Yeah,
full
the
sleeves.
sleeve is gonna get done soon.
Sorry, Alex.
I've had 7 sessions and I have 4 tattoos. This one has had 3 sessions. This one's 2, and then 1, 2 over here.
Both my tattoos only ever had like one session. This one, my thigh one, made me cry.
Oh my god, my mom. Oh, you have a thigh one?
I have one that's like this big on my thigh.
See, the one that hurt the most was this one. And me and my best friend got matching tattoos, and she knew it hurt here, and she didn't tell me. I was there like, ah.
Gabrielle and I are just sitting here like, can't relate.
No, my dad. I mean, like my dad would disown me if I ever got. Like he's very traditional with that kind of stuff. Like no more than one piercing, no tattoos, like nothing like that. So I would be.
I mean, nice that you respect him in that.
Yeah,
that's like really cool.
I mean, I got mine when I was like 18 already, and I just sent my mom a picture. Like she didn't know I was getting it. I was just like, look. It was her name too, so it's like.
My mom is such a hypocrite. Like for my entire life, even when I got tattoos, she's like, "Oh, you're gonna regret that. You're gonna like hate that." And now she's a hypocrite, and she's showing me tattoo ideas that she wants. She's like, "Where should I get this? Should I get this one or this one? Like, what do you think? What are like general prices?" I'm like, "Mom, you liar."
Well, let's get back to the actual question. We went way off. So, would you guys be bothered if your boyfriend, current boyfriend or girlfriend has a tattoo?
Of their ex.
Yes, final consensus, yes.
Yeah, I would be.
I feel like
so
I would win.
If Alex had a tattoo of his ex, and it's been, how long have you guys been together?
Almost 3.5 years.
And he still has the tattoo.
I would still feel like I would have won.
So you would leave it there just to remind yourself that you won?
Yeah. Well, okay, if I knew who it was, yes. But I think also Alex is the type of guy who'd be like, I want to get this covered up because I don't want to think about this person anymore.
Okay, so it also depends on what the person wants.
Yeah, if someone's like keeping it on purpose, that's a whole nother story.
That's a whole story.
It's a special time in my life, a better time. It's like, okay, well.
A better time, honey, but you better go. Now we're going to speak about a topic, guys, that has been going on ever since May. And I just found out about it. What a freaking surprise. Well, Winnie Harlow is setting the record straight on her statement about America's Next Top Model. Back in May, Harlow said on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, I really started modeling after the show because that really didn't do anything for my career, which it doesn't do anything for any model's career. At the same time, she said that she thought that it was going to be a career starter, but it was really just a reality show. And that is not what she signed up for. What do you guys think about this? I was like shook. I was like, what? Like, I grew up watching America's Next Top Model, so I was like, girl.
I feel like it's like shocking to hear at first, like, because that's such a big show, and it's someone to say like they did nothing for them. It's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, like we don't from there. Like,
once you look more into it, and as she tells like her story, it kind of makes more sense.
Yeah,
why she would say that.
I do agree with you. Like once you like really listen to, like, it's shocking at first, but once you really listen to what she's saying, you can understand her point of view. Like she says, it's just a reality show, which it is. I've always thought about it, like starting to learn more, like after going to school and starting to learn more what happens behind the scenes. I'm like, damn, that show was fake, you know? And then, but like obviously my little Michael was shocked when she said that. Like the inner little Michael just came out. I was like, what? America's Next Top Model, what's Tyra gonna say? But Tyra kept the drama to a minimum and shrugged it off. She said, I have nothing but love for my girls, and my girls come from so many walks of life. And so much pain and so much hardship and so much story. And a lot of the times when people express themselves in certain ways, there's a reason. I will respect her confidentiality and her life. But yeah, that's what Tyra had to say on the same show. I feel like she was hurt.
Yeah, I think Tyra was a little pissed.
Yeah.
Because like she does take in all of these girls. Some of them really do deserve the chance of winning the show. She definitely has to like choose between them, and it's shot pretty quickly, I believe. Like it's shot within like a 7 or 8 week time period, and it's aired very slowly. But I think a big problem is that it is just a reality show. And like she's acting like, no, I individually take every single one of these girls and I try to do what's best for them to get them in the spotlight more. And it's like at some points you can see that, but definitely at some points, especially more as the show has gone on, it's just, how can I get people to watch this show again?
Yeah.
Or how can I make these girls cry on camera? I'm not saying that Tyra does that intentionally, but I definitely see Tyra pushing people to the limits to see their reactions.
Oh, honey, they do it intentionally. Jeannie from 2 seasons ago. Have you guys watched the show recently?
No.
There was this girl. There wasn't the first episode, right? They were asking her about her story, and she was crying, obviously, because it's a sad story. They used that same scene for the last episode, showing when she lost. And she went on Instagram and she was like, no, that was shot the first episode. That was shot like in the beginning of the time. They made her cry about something that obviously was personal, and they used it for something that wasn't that personal, as she said.
I feel like you hear stuff like that all the time, like with Drag Race too. Like,
oh, yeah.
they always talk about how they like switch around like clips and stuff.
They definitely, and they can get sued for this, because obviously if they sign a contract and they're not allowed to speak about what happens on the show and stuff like that. So I don't know if her name's Jeannie, I think it's Jeannie. I think she must have gotten sued or something because she's not supposed to be talking about that type of stuff. But I
destroys the magic of reality TV.
Oh yeah, it definitely.
It's just like not just that show. I don't watch that show personally, but it just makes me think of. For whatever reason, I think of Dance Moms.
Yeah,
like getting older, everything like came out and it was completely fake and set up everything, so that just like completely ruined the show. Yeah. So it just like changes your whole image of the show, I guess.
It does, and like there's always different sides to a story, and we could definitely see Ulu's side, and then we see Tyra's side, and I feel like Tyra's side, she's just trying to protect the show, and she's
whereas
just like
Winnie, I feel like Winnie was like felt like this show should have projected me to something more, and it didn't.
Yeah.
And I feel like I kind of wasted this like more than like a month of my life on this show.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, I wouldn't have known about her since if it wasn't for the show. So I wouldn't actually say that I agree with her, but I also don't disagree at the point where she talks about reality TV and the show itself.
I agree with Winnie, just because like you might not have known her before the show, but I was really excited to see her on the show because I had seen her like probably a few months before they even started announcing what was going on. So I was super excited to see her on it. And I really do think that if she had just been super persistent about her own modeling career and didn't go on the America's Next Top Model, I think she would have made it just the same.
Well, Winnie explained on social media that it has nothing to do with being ungrateful, and moreover, nothing to do with quote-unquote shade to Tyra. She was the first person of higher status to make me feel like I could be a model, and not only am I grateful for that, it's something I'll never forget, she said. So this is what gets me mad. She says that now after everything came out. So she's kind of contradicting herself.
Do you think the lawyers got to her?
They could be, we don't know. But it's just like she says, oh, it did nothing for my career, and it does nothing for anybody's career. But now you're saying that you're grateful because she has taught you this and taught you that. So you did get something from the show. Maybe you didn't get it based off your career, but you definitely got it off personally.
I feel like they almost feel like they have to do that though, because that's when anything, like if a celebrity says something negative and then all of a sudden the media blows it up, they almost feel obligated to say something positive about it, so they don't feel as much like impact, I guess, per se.
No, yeah, definitely. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's so surprising that she says this after everything just blows up.
Yeah.
And this happened in May.
Like, in the moment of when she was saying that, she could have been like getting bombarded with like American model questions. She's probably getting sick of it and being like, I'm done with that. Like, focus on what I'm doing right now. And she probably said that in the moment.
Oh yeah, all those America's Next Top Model fans just like start commenting on her stuff. Do you have something to say, Annie?
What if she was doing this as a ploy to bring not only her own name, but Tyra and America's Next Top Model back into the limelight?
Because it's coming out next.
It's all staged! Everything's fake.
Well,
nothing's real.
I don't know if it's coming out, but it could be staged.
Nothing's
then
real.
out of nowhere, Tyra announces that America's Next Top Model is coming back. Like, it'll be so crazy.
Nothing's real. Everything's fake. The only thing that's real is like the gum stuck to the bottom of my shoe. That's it.
Or all the gum stuck at the street of New York City.
The smell of urine in the sewers.
Okay, we're getting too much.
I'm just attacking your state now.
But no, I'm a huge fan of the show, and this kind of destroys. I'm still watching. It just destroys a little tiny bit of it. I'll watch for all the drama.
Did you really think it wasn't a reality TV show?
No, I definitely always thought it was a reality TV show, but I started learning more once I started going to school for communications.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, that wasn't real? Oh, they do that for readings? Like, you know, I'm just like, I don't believe nothing that happens on social media or TV anymore. Because, like, my friend was on a show, And I remember watching the show. I didn't know her during the show, when she was on the show. And there was a part where she started yelling at everybody and this, and that. I'm like, why is she yelling? Like, it's going to hurt, like, her winning the competition. And then after she got off the show, she's like, oh, no, they just told me to do that. I'm like, what? It destroyed that show completely for me. And I was a huge fan. It's like an America's Next Top Model, but like a Spanish version. And when she told me that, I was like, wow. I'm over here defending you on social media, saying she wasn't supposed to be yelling. But yeah, that destroyed the whole show for me after that. After my friend like told me everything that really happens behind stage, every time I watch the show now after her season, I'm like, they probably told her to do that. Yeah.
It also makes me think about like The Bachelor. You guys watch The
shows.
Bachelor?
Bachelor's not real.
Bachelor, what I know, because everything happens every season. They keep the really mean person or the really weird person on purpose. Like, you know they don't have a connection, but they keep them around anyway for like views and whatever. But I watch it. I'm gonna keep watching it because I like it.
I know, we still watch it, but it's just like, we know it's fake. Do you guys know the show Are You the One?
Yes,
I've heard it. I've seen.
Wait, isn't that the one where they like don't know who their perfect match is?
They put. Okay, this is the explanation. They put 21 people in a house, and anywhere. They've done it in Dominican Republic. They've done it in Hawaii. They've done it in different places, and one person in that house is your match, your significant other, you could say. There's 11 girls and 11 guys, and you have to. The competition is that you have to find your match. But to win the money, to win the competition, all of you have to find the match. So it's like, every week they have like this little meeting where you choose somebody and they tell you, oh, there's 5 matches tonight. But you don't know who it is. So you have to like really strategically think of,
and it's like
how
after
to get it. It's really fun.
They like start to lose money after every incorrect.
Yeah.
Like,
no, not after every incorrect.
Who came up with this concept?
It's fine. Not after every incorrect. After
But it's like
every blackout.
Yeah.
Like for example, if they go one night to the meeting and they've matched no one, then they get $25,000 off.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's that I was gonna say the show Are You the One? I met up with my friend last week. And they've messaged him like 3 times already to be on the show, and he's like, oh yeah, they just wanted me for a storyline, and that just kills everything. Like this show, like I'm a huge fan of this show, and they're also fake. Like it's like crazy. I don't know if it's fake. Like I don't know if they really like win the money or not or anything like that. But they contacted him and they're like, oh, we want you for a storyline, for a certain storyline.
Man, you know, speaking of partners. Gabby?
All right, so question. When do you think the right time is to introduce your partner to meet your family?
I feel like when the time is right. Like, I don't think there's a certain, 3 weeks, 5 months. Like, I don't think there's a certain time. Just when you feel like it's right. Maybe during the holidays.
I think it depends on like how far you live from your family. Like my boyfriend Alex met my dad and that side probably like not even 2 months into it, because that's when he came to visit, and then or that's when like my family came to visit, and he was around, and he was a pretty big part of my life at that point. So I was like, go to Perkins and meet my dad. So that's how that happened. And then it was like a progressive like thing from that. I think it's really when it's most opportune for all parties. So it's not like, hey, I know it's like Wednesday at like 11 a.m. Mom, I'm gonna bring my boyfriend over so you can meet him. Oh wait, you're at work, sorry. And it just becomes a hassle.
Yeah. What about you? When was the first time you introduced your boyfriend to your family? You're single, right?
Yes.
We're the single ones. Stay together.
I don't even remember when
Wait, when did you start dating?
like a year plus ago. So
that's not
that long ago.
Yeah.
But like, here's the thing. My boyfriend and I, like my sophomore year of high school, we did this awkward thing where we dated like for a week. But like I met his parents awkwardly, like into it, right? And then like if he watches this, he's gonna start. I don't know. I broke it off, and then like we got like 2 years later got back together, and like I feel like the most awkward thing is like meeting somebody's parents, and then like what happened to them? Like where'd they go? And then
I feel like when you start in high school, it's like it's bound to just happen. Like,
I mean, it's pretty casual in high school.
Yeah, it's pretty casual. It's just like you're only gonna see the person in school because like after school you just go home. Yeah. So like when else am I gonna see you? Like you have to.
The chorus concert.
I'm in my chorus robe. I have like the necessary attire underneath, and it's like, oh, hi, Mr. and Mrs. Gibson.
Yeah, I feel like that's the perfect occasion. Like you're dressed up, you're about to, they're about to watch you sing, like they're about to watch your quote unquote talent, like
You get up, you're like first soprano, and you go, ah! Then it's over.
With
2-day relationship.
Yeah, I feel like it should never be forced. I feel like it should definitely always be like at a time that you feel like it's almost with everything. Like you just have to do it when the time is right. Mm-hmm. Don't ever force that because then it's gonna be an awkward moment. Like I myself don't think holidays it's a good way to do it.
No. That's the kiss of death. You take your like significant other to Thanksgiving for like your first Thanksgiving.
You take another one. And
yeah. Oh my God. I know someone that does in my family. Like, she's not gonna watch this. But like, since we were like 14, every single Christmas there was a new. Like we were so young, and she brought a new boyfriend to the holidays every Christmas. So I'm sitting there. And I would be like, this young girl, like, oh my God, like I don't have a boyfriend.
Wait, do you like gossip with your like other cousin that's of age of like who are they gonna bring this to?
No, you personally actually call the other person, like the new guy, the wrong name. Be like, oh hey Jeremy, I'm sorry, Liam.
What year was that?
Wait, which one are you?
How many years? What?
No, but that was it was the same thing with me when I was growing up. My uncle, he's probably not gonna watch this either. My uncle used to bring somebody. He used to bring someone every year. Oh my God! Every single year. I think every single week. Like
everyone is special.
Someone every single year, and it's just like, haven't you learned your lesson?
Like stop bringing them to the family function.
And also, like, I feel like it's also a bad idea to bring them around the holidays because that's when you're with family and that's when you're yourself. Like I know I myself when I'm around family, like I start doing everything that I'll do at a club. So it's like, don't bring your partner home when you are just gonna sit there.
What
if we sit there? It's not.
What if we reverse it a little bit? Would you want to meet your significant other's parents at the holidays?
No.
No.
Going to
just instantly no.
Going to like another family's house during the holidays.
No.
It's like
I don't know.
you know there's always gossip during Christmas or holiday times. And they're like whispering about
it's like you're gonna be the center of the gossip.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
and then like they're talking about something else and you think it's about you.
Yeah, they're gonna be talking about you for like the next month. Like you see who Michael brought home.
Yeah, and it's not even like and it's not even just like you're not even just meeting just the mom or dad, you're meeting the whole family.
You're meeting like your so Aunt Sharon and Uncle Bob, and it's like okay, well, they're never gonna see this person ever again, so sorry.
It's oh my God, I think it's so hilarious when people bring people home for Christmas or something.
I agree. Speaking of Christmas, just a nice segue into it. What are you guys doing for Christmas?
I have exciting plans.
Ooh, shit.
So I'm going to Italy.
What?
I leave on Christmas Day.
Get out of here.
Actually.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
I hope you get snowed in.
Plane for 12 hours.
I hope you get snowed in. With this weather, probably.
But yeah, that's my plan.
Do you get
How long are you going?
5 days, I think.
Like 5 full days, or like you're getting there and then 3 days and leaving?
So we're leaving on Christmas Day and coming back New Year's Day. So.
Oh, what like January 1st?
You should stay there for you'll be there for
Will you be
there for New Year's Eve?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
That's really
emigrate.
fine.
Just
That's
stay there.
Really but won't you have a hangover the next day at Christmas?
Yeah,
like, not Christmas. Yeah, Christmas and New Year. Won't you have a hangover? Like you'll be on the plane like, well, I don't want to be here.
We'll see what happens.
You're going with your family?
Yeah, so my dad just like randomly sent out like I told you about this.
I know, no, because he goes, won't you be hungover? I'm like, wait, like You're what,
I think
19?
Oh,
I'm 16, guys.
oh, okay, there you go.
Anyway, my dad just like randomly sent us a text of like Amalfi Coast restaurants, and he's like, pick out your favorite one or something like that. And I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, we're going.
We're going.
Can I have your dad? Can I just like have him and be like, take me to Italy, please?
Oh my god. For Christmas, what am I doing? Nothing. I'm just staying with like family and stuff. Nothing out of the ordinary.
What about you, Gabby?
Mine's like a whole series of events. So like New Year's Eve, my
And she
family.
talks about
Take us through 'em.
What? Oh.
everybody pay attention to Gabby.
Okay. New Year's Eve, we go to my grandma's church, and then like our whole family has like a New Year's Eve, like, or not New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve, like party
Tradition.
per se. I mean, it's pretty fun just getting together with my cousins, and we have hopefully. My sister-in-law is due anytime soon. She's gonna have a baby soon, so hopefully we'll have a new addition to the family here.
Aw.
for
Christmas baby.
I'm so excited. But yeah, we do that for Christmas Eve. Christmas Day, my mom has the whole family over for breakfast, and then Christmas evening, we go to my aunt's house for my dad's side of the family.
Nice.
Nice and
It's
wholesome.
wholesome. Yeah, I was gonna say wholesome.
Question though, because I know like it's different in every household, or in every like different nationalities. When do you guys open Christmas presents?
Christmas Day.
Christmas
Christmas.
morning.
Christmas Day.
Oh, see,
Christmas
I
morning.
open it Christmas Eve, the evening.
Well, so for me, it changed a little bit because I had to go between like my mom and my dad's.
Yeah.
So like Christmas Eve, we'd open presents in the morning, try to pack them up, and then go on a train to Toledo, Ohio. And then we'd have Christmas with them on the 26th. But before we started doing that, it was always like Christmas morning. It had to be the Christmas morning after church. Like we couldn't open them
See,
before church.
I've heard that before, that you have to go to church to then open the present. Like it's like mandatory.
Yeah, I think we.
Because then there's also like Christmas Eve Mass, which happens beforehand.
Yeah. In my household, we open it like Christmas Eve at 12 o'clock.
12 o'clock.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you have to stay up. Like yeah, it's always like. Sometimes my mom gets like anxious and she just lets us open them at 10. That's when we were little. Now we just like open them whenever.
I miss the little kid magic.
Yes, I miss that so much. I really do. Like when all the little cousins just get together, you dance High School Musical.
Oh
like,
my gosh, yeah. If you did not choreograph a dance routine on Christmas Eve.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. And like you have the he's dancing. And you have like the pajamas.
My cousins just
yeah,
broke.
we always get matching pajamas.
Disney ones. I used to always get the Disney ones from the Disney store.
My cousins would come from Hawaii and South Carolina, and then they would jump on our inflatable furniture and like pop it, and then we'd get blamed for it because they would say it was us. And we were like 5 years younger than they were, and they're like, "No, it totally wasn't me. It was this infant who was like half my weight."
We used to always go to my cousin's house, and we didn't bring like our Christmas presents from my house to my cousin's house, so we always have to wait till we left my cousin's house to go open ours. It was annoying because all our cousins just opened them already. I'm like, I want to go home, so I can open mine. But it's like it's really, I don't know. I miss that so much. I spent Christmas for the first time in like years with them last year, and it just wasn't the same. I feel like when you're little, you're just so innocent.
I went
like,
darker.
So much.
That was darker than I was expecting. I was expecting you to be like, and like it wasn't the same, but it was like still a really
No,
good
it was
time.
good. No, it was good. I'm just saying like it wasn't the same magic as like they were saying. Like it's just.
So, the older you get, you
wasn't-
become more cynical.
And they were like all on their phones, and I'm just like.
I just wish like my brothers could. They're all moved. My brothers are 6 and 9 years older than me. So like without them, Christmas morning it's just like. Because I used to like wake up at like 5:30 in the morning, like when I was little, and I go and I jump on their beds.
Aww.
They hated me for it, but I miss it now.
I haven't spent Christmas with my brother in like 5 years. It just never happens. We're always in a different place.
Yeah.
It's just I miss
We
it.
all start crying.
I know.
Christmas.
You know what? You know what though?
Right? A good episode for Christmas.
You know what I don't like about Christmas is like that one aunt or uncle who has like that big black like garbage bag who's like, "Give me your trash," like just very aggressively, and it's just like,
one person was like so mean at Christmas.
yeah,
Oh my
it's
gosh,
like
the
okay, I
bow
get it.
collectors.
Yeah. See, what we did with the bows is we would like put them on the youngest person, and they would just like pile up on their head. I thought that was always really cute.
So funny. Okay, what's the biggest and most special Christmas present you guys ever received?
I mean, Italy.
Yeah, kind of like
Yeah.
yeah. I used to always get electronics when I was little, like iPhone, the new iPod, not iPhone, iPod, the new iPod. That I feel like those were my biggest ones when I was little.
I don't know. I can't. Oh. So when I was super little, I got this really huge brown bear, and it was from Bon-Ton. And it had a little BT. Well, it's important. It had a little BT on its foot to specify Bon-Ton, and it's grew to what I called like my sick bear. So like anytime I had asthma or I was sick, I would have this bear with me, and I took it to the hospitals with me whenever I had asthma, and I got it from like my grandma, and then the doctors took it away because they said there was like lots of diseases on it. So.
Why are we telling sad stories?
Literally your sick bear.
Yeah, literally.
It's my sick bear.
It was literally sick.
Well, it said it had so I have like chronic bronchitis, so it said that it had like bronchitis germs on it.
God, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, bronchitis.
I'm telling sad stories, guys. Like the only good one is freaking Italy.
I got it. All right.
Save the episode, please.
When I was 16, my dad came in, and like, you know how K's, like the jewelry store K's, always gift wraps their box, right?
Yeah.
So he comes in with like this gift wrapped box that looks like something from like K's, and I open it. He goes, "I wish I could have given this to you on your 16th birthday." I open it. Out falls the keys to a Volkswagen. I go out in the driveway, and there's a Volkswagen Beetle with a big bow on it, and I started crying.
Oh my God.
That's. Wait, when did you get this?
They didn't record it. What?
When?
When I was 2000, it would have been 2015, but like the new year would have been 2000.
I meant age, because you said
I was 16, yeah.
So I.
Cause like I turned 16 beforehand, so they wish they could have given it to me like on my birthday. But
That's still super awesome.
99.
I was born 2000.
Oh, girl.
96.
97.
Yeah.
We're missing 98. 97, 98. No,
96.
96, 97, 99, 2000.
Isn't Mongera 98?
We'll find out.
We'll find out.
Episode. Alright, guys, that's it for today's episode. I hope everybody has a nice Christmas. You guys want to say anything?
Be safe.
Have fun.
Have fun with your
Go to
family.
Italy.
I wish. Drink a lot of eggnog, because it's good. And everyone who says that it's not is a
It's
liar. They're liars. They're just wrong. Yeah.
Alright, bye, guys.
Merry Christmas.
Bye. Merry Christmas.